Queen of the daytime talk show circuit, Kelly Ripa automatically feels like your BFF, and her sense of humor is positively infectious. So how does this mother, host, and one-of-a-kind entertainer really do it all? Let's take a look at Ripa's ever-stunning transformation throughout the years. A New Jersey native, Ripa headed to New York City in her teens. When discussing her childhood, Ripa has always been open about her strong relationship with her mother, sharing in the book, I Love You, Mom. Growing up, I knew that I could count on your help for any obstacle that I faced. I could depend on you to drop off my homework at school when I left it at home, drive me around to all of my activities, or even tell me my hair looked great when it was sprayed and teased to at least 5 feet in the air. And although Ripa's mom initially had reservations about her daughter's acting goals, she supported her. Ripa told Elle, "She worried that I'd either get my heart broken or live under a bridge." In 1990, Ripa landed the role of Haley on All My Children. Just 20 years old at the time, Ripa later told Redbook, "There was never any clear-cut path, and anytime I tried to have a clear-cut path, that's usually when I would be disappointed. It's really 90% luck, 5% opportunity, and 5% skill." But after working on the soap for more than a decade, Ripa was ready for a change. She said, "When the opportunity came to host live, a lot of my friends said, 'You're not a talk show host, you're an actor. If you go on talk shows, that will be the end of your acting career.' But after I took the talk show, I was offered the sitcom Hope and Faith, and lots of other acting jobs. You just have to take a leap." Ripa met future hubby Mark Consuelos on the set of All My Children, and it was love at first sight. She told Redbook, "When I met Mark, I was just sort of thunderstruck. I had a dream about him that night. The next day, I went up to him, and although I didn't even know his name, I said, 'I had a dream about you last night. We were married and had a little girl, and were on a plane to Rome.' And he was like, 'Oh really?' and walked away, and probably thought about filing a restraining order. But clearly, 24-year-old Ripa didn't scare Consuelos away. The couple eloped in 1996, after dating less than a year. Ripa's biggest role came after first auditioning in 2000 to be one of the new hosts on Live with Regis and Kathy Lee, and her audition did not disappoint. After a guest psychic predicted Ripa's pregnancy on the show, and Ripa exclaimed, 'I haven't told my boss yet,' she landed the gig. Executive producer for the show, Michael Gelman, remembered her audition in the Washington Post, saying, 'It was just such a real moment that it showed Kelly in a light for really who she was. She had that much honesty she couldn't not react.' Although she may appear to be the very essence of cool on her show, Ripa hasn't always felt that way about herself in the past. She shared with Elle, "No matter how much I try to cool myself up, I'm really dorky. I think that's why people get me." But she's also the first to tell you how cool she wants to be, saying, "No matter how much I try to cool myself up, it's never going to happen for me. But like, am I dying to be cool? Yes, I'm dying to be." It's easy to see that Ripa's clearly fit. So how does the host look good, feel good, and keep a fitness regimen while at the same time having the busiest schedule possible? She keeps moving. She told Shape, "If you're housebound and you're not feeling so good about yourself, just try walking around your living room or do 5 jumping jacks. It'll get your heart beating, you might feel energized, and you'll realize you could probably do 5 more." Her other tricks, Soul Cycle is one, as well as yoga. She said, "If I only have 15 minutes in the morning, I'll just do some yoga or some deep breathing. For me, it's more the mental aspect than fitness." 2016 saw new conflict for the 45-year-old when her current co-host on her talk show, Michael Strahan, announced he was leaving the show for a spot on Good Morning America. The news caught Ripa by surprise, and she felt the sting. She later opened up to People about the situation, saying, "I think that all people are deserving of fair treatment in the workplace. People deserve respect. When you're dealing with big business, it's easy to forget that you're dealing with people and that people have feelings." After Michael Strahan left Live, Ryan Seacrest joined Kelly for 6 years. Soon after Ryan Seacrest announced that he too would be departing Live, Kelly Ripa shared that a very special co-host would be taking his place, her husband, Mark Consuelos.
"I have loved working every day of this past year with you."
Thank you so much.
The two had hosted the show together previously on a guest host basis, but on April 17th, 2023, Consuelos officially became his wife's talk show partner on Live with Kelly and Mark. Ripa's former co-host, Ryan Seacrest, has nothing but praise for Consuelos. When the American Idol host returned to Live shortly after he parted ways with the series, he told Ripa and Consuelos that he couldn't get enough of watching them together. Another of Kelly's side projects is her podcast, Let's Talk Off Camera with Kelly Ripa. The daytime talk show host announced her podcast in February 2023, and she released her first episode the following month. Ripa's husband was her very first guest. Since then, Ripa has recruited major celebrities to chat, such as Carol Burnett, Salma Hayek, Matthew McConaughey, and more. The series has gotten great reviews, with fans praising it for being inspirational and real. As one listener wrote in an Apple Podcast comment, "Kelly and team are fantastic, funny, honest, great guests, and she's a fabulous interviewer. I feel like I'm listening to a group of friends." Being married in Hollywood for 28 years is like being married anywhere else for 100. To mark the milestone, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos celebrated 28 years of marriage on Where Else? Live with Kelly and Mark. The duo began their May 1st, 2024 show by dancing to Stevie Wonder before digging into their history as husband and wife. Ripa didn't limit the public celebration of her 28th wedding anniversary to her talk show. The host also took to Instagram to show her husband some love. She captioned a carousel of photos, "Squeezing 28 years into 10 pics is not possible, but you get the idea. Happy anniversary to the love of my life. So grateful to you for all the dreams come true."